Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the session. So sorry, I got late today because of some issues. But please let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Are we good to go? Kindly let me know. So those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Niharika John Mehra, your faculty of English, and here I am with another section of editorial. I have my courses which are under our other courses on our website, exam specific courses. So you can check them out. Details are in the description below. Classes on this channel are like so. My practice classes are Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Time is 1:30 p.m. Okay, that's the time. And Monday to Saturday, I have 8 p.m. class, which is our editorial class. Today, because of some reasons, it got late. I'm really sorry for that. I apologize. So, the classes that are going on, editorial analysis, are full of everything that you require. We have skimming, we have vocab part, we have grammar part because you cannot do without it, and we of course have some MCQs to make sure that you get the practice of what we are doing in a way that is needed in exam. Okay, so we will shortly start with skimming. For those who are finding this term new, I'll teach you, do not worry. But before that, make sure to like and share the session, subscribe if you have not till now. So when you do this skimming, you take a mental picture of the given sentences. You don't read word by word. You don't translate in your mother tongue. You don't read all the numbers equally. Okay. So what you have to do is capture a couple of words. It should just go in your mind, and even without reading the letters and exact word, you know what is written. This comes with practice. Okay, so if you think कि exam में skimming कर लेंगे हो जाएगा, it is not gonna happen. Please make sure that you are careful in this case. Okay, skimming की practice करते रहो. So what I'm gonna do, this is an article taken from the Hindu newspaper editorial, and I'm gonna put timer in front of you, and you will get 2.5 minutes to read the complete, to skim the complete article. You have to skim, and in 1 or 2 lines, you have to tell me here that what have you understood, what is the takeaway from this one. Okay, so please get going. more than said. The time is given to you. You need to tell me now in one line what you have understood. I'll start explaining. So it is fire and smoke on fire safety norms and buildings in India. So of course we are going to see something related to maybe a fire accident or how the norm should be. All structures must be made fire safety compliant. So all structure in cities must be made how? Fire safety compliant. They should be made that there has to be work done, and this is a suggestive tone right there in the beginning. Okay, 14 people, two of them children, were killed and 13 injured in a hotel fire in Makua market area of Bazaar in central Kolkata on Tuesday. Fire engines, एक incident हुआ, so sometimes some event took place, incident took place, then you first mention that what happened, and then you give your ideas why it happened, how it could have been avoided and all. The fire engines had trouble accessing the congested area. So यहाँ पे because it was congested area, fire engines जो है यहाँ पे जो है problem दिए. Then it appears yet again that many of the victims were asphyxiated. That means smoke emerged as a deadly killer as the flames themselves. So it was not just the burning because of which they died, but because of asphyxiation. Asphyxiated, that means dam ghutna in Hindi, because of smoke. Smoke quickly rises up and escape would require reaching the bottom areas of the building. So how it works that smoke goes up and escape means you have to reach to the bottom areas, lower level. The 6-story hotel had only one stairway. एक ही वहाँ पे था जगह जाने की. And the fire that broke out on the first floor cut off escape. और escape हो नहीं सकता था कि fire ही first floor पे लगी थी. One person died after jumping from the building and one jumped from the building because of which he died. That there were no other accessible means of escape is in and of itself a violation of fire safety norms. Fire safety norms बोलते हैं that it should not be just one way out, one escape route नहीं होना चाहिए, right? So this is the violation of it. On Thursday, a similar tragedy unfolded in Rajasthan's Ajmer, a historic town. Similar thing happened. Fire broke out in a 5-story hotel in which 4 persons died. Some guests tried to jump out of the windows, and fire engines had trouble accessing the congested area because fire trucks, fire engines cannot just go anywhere and everywhere. India being India, congested area की आग बुझाने के लिए कैसे जाए? So this first para is a brief on what happened at 2 places. One is the latest and one is the similar thing we have seen earlier. Now, devastating fires in congested buildings leading to tragic loss of lives and property have become. Now, such fires that has caused so much of trouble. Such fires have become a disturbingly routine phenomena across India, especially in Kolkata. So it has become something very painful and a routine. Their opposition leaders have rightly listed at least 8 major fires in last decade and a half, starting with the AMRI hospital fire in 2011 that claimed 89 lives. So there have been a list of 8 major fires that happened just in last decade and a half and major fire accidents. West Bengal CM has spoken about a gas cylinder explosion after the Tuesday fire. After Tuesday fire, ये जो उन्होंने gas cylinder explosion के बारे में भी बोला. She too has talked about there being only one staircase. She also mentioned that the reason why people couldn't escape was route ही नहीं था बचने का. Ms. Banerjee has characterized such fires as what? As accidents that could not have been prevented. So Ms. Banerjee has characterized fires and said that these were the accidents. इनको कुछ भी नहीं करा जा सकता था. But the tragedies in Ajmer and Kolkata were entirely preventable. But author says here is the catch. Author is mentioning that we could have done something about it. People could have done, government could have done something about it. Okay, so yeah. So here what do we get to see is that the mitigation could have been far more efficient. Many of the cities, in your cities and inner cities of metropolises continue to see high volume of business activities. काम हो रहा है, business activities है, volume है, but the safety features are outdated. Okay, so the safety features and plan and escape plan and all, they all are outdated. They do not comply with current fire and structural safety norms. Say what is the current norm? Structural fire safety norm. They don't go ahead. They don't agree with. They don't even have those. Fire escapes and emergency exits are non-existent, and the structures use highly flammable materials from another era. So what is happening? Fire escapes are non-existent. रहते ही नहीं हैं. Emergencies are not there. Just like in Kolkata, there was just one staircase, right? And the structures that use highly flammable materials, the materials that are used in the buildings and all, they are something that catches the material catches fire very quickly. Unlike other metropolises that have seen some redevelopment of inner cities, Kolkata seems to have missed that way. So some metropolises have improved with respect to the infra and safety norms complying to it, but Kolkata ने नहीं करा है. Immediate solutions can include maintaining low height sidewalks. So some of the suggestions here, immediate solutions that could be quickly applied: maintaining low height sidewalks to allow fire engines to get closer, retrofitting fire retardant materials in buildings. Fire retardant means जो fire को धीमा करें, won't help fire to spread quickly. And considering the use of retractable metallic staircases to serve as emergency escapes. So you might have seen, no, at many places there are fire escapes which are outside the building and लोहे के बने होते, iron के, metal के बने होते. So such staircases can serve as emergency escapes outside the building after careful evaluation, and this should be done by fire safety authorities. There is also a case for equipping firefighting teams with more breathing apparatuses. So more personnel, officers can rescue people in distress. So not only the buildings and infrastructure is to be improved and made ready, but at the same time we see the firefighting team can have more tools, more people to rescue people in distress. In such structures, since their limited access routes may be smoke filled, because see, people are in distress, we can do something for them using breathing apparatus and other things. Because in such structures, since there is a limited access route that may be filled with smoke, in such cases, such apparatus and all can be really helpful. They can be given to them by the officers. पर उसके लिए officers भी होना चाहिए और equipment भी होना चाहिए, right? Let's do some words and then I'll ask some questions. So asphyxiation, asphyxiated, that means suffocation due to lack of air, dam ka ghutna. Smothering, stifling, choking. Now choking can happen because of any other reason like food also, but suffocation is mainly asphyxiation. It is a technical term. Congested is overcrowded, blocked, no free space. It is jammed, overpacked. Retrofitting, adding new parts to improve old structures. So it is some kind of refurbishing, modernizing, okay, any kind of overhaul जो करा जा रहा है, things structures में change लाया जा रहा है, update लाया जा रहा है. अब banking में भी teach करते हैं क्या? So let me clear. This session of editorial is helpful for regulatory exams, banking exams, railways के जो exam and any other exam that has English in it as a subject. So there you go. And my other sessions that I have on our channel CGB IBPS Hub. So IBPS conducted exams, वहाँ पे जितने भी English related होते हैं उसको cover करती हूँ. Let's get back. Phenomena is any kind of event which is observable. Okay. So what do we get to see? Occurrence है, किसी प्रकार का spectacle है, वो चीज का होना. Okay. Then mitigation is reduction of severity. Okay. Abatement, some kind of alleviation, attenuation. Okay. So उसे हम mitigation बोलते हैं. Fire retardant is substance that slows fire, that is not fire friendly, something that is flame resistant, flame proof. Apparatus, devices used for a task. Okay, so anything जो apparatus singular होता है उसका plural apparatuses होता है, that is like a tool, equipment. Compliant means following rules, उस चीज को comply करने वाला, मानने वाला, conforming, FORM वाला, नियमों के अनुसार. Obsolete is something that is outdated, no longer in use, it is old fashioned, antiquated. Catastrophes, disasters causing great damage. So some disasters are there that is causing great damage, some kind of debacles, calamities. Violation is breach of any rule. Flammable, easily catching fire, opposite of fire retardant. तो ज्वलनशील चीजें कंबस्टिबल होती हैं, इग्नाइटेबल है, जरा जरा से चिंगारी में आग पकड़ लेगी. Reinforcement is strengthening or supporting something to improve the condition of something. Any kind of fortification, support को हम reinforcement बोलते हैं. Okay? चलो, I'll ask some questions now. Part of speech of this word. Part of speech of the word that I have encircled. It is verb third form, past participle as adjective. Okay. Then part of speech of this word. Part of speech of another word that I have highlighted. Now, this is an interesting thing. In fact, a question यहाँ पे frame हो सकता है, really interesting. The word trouble is a noun and a verb. Okay, we can use this word in any of the way. But here, some people can think had troubled होता तो शायद had plus V3 we can use. But had alone can act as the main verb of the sentence. The fire engines had what? They had trouble. I had a car. He had two puppies. So when I say this had or have, just that word had or have as main verb, that means किसी के पास कुछ होने का भाव. So fire engines के पास क्या था? They were facing trouble. That is what we wanted to say. So this is absolutely correct. This is the correct form that we have used here. So be careful whenever you come across such words which are from multiple parts of speech. Okay. subject and verb of this sentence that I have marked? Okay, so devastating fires. Now, fire again is found in noun family and also in verb family, but here it is the first noun, also plural. Now, fire, we are talking about the incident of fire, okay, fire breakouts. So, now, fires is my plural. Fires were leading to what? Have. That's the subject, helping verb. Have become. This is the main verb. Fires have become. That's the subject verb agreement working in this one. Part of speech of this word as used in this sentence. Yeah. So what we get to see, but the safety features are. So how are the features? Features are not good, outdated, bad. So outdated is not a verb here because it is not passive voice की R के बाद VT use करें. It is an adjective. Okay. So one last question and then we will move to the summary part. This word, retrofitting. Okay. So what we are saying here, Kolkata seems to have met the phase. Immediate solutions can include maintaining, can include what? Maintaining sidewalks to allow this to retrofitting and considering. So there are three gerunds and they are used in parallelism. maintaining something, retrofitting something, considering something. So all three are in the same form, जो कि include करे गए हैं. So this is a gerund that is present in the sentence. So now the summary. First of all, I have included the tone as well. So the tone of the passage was critical, urgent, and cautionary. Critical because of course author is criticizing the lack of facilities, the lack of options for the people to save themselves. It is urgent and cautionary because he has suggested some things that we need to take care of, something that has happened a lot and has been happening a lot. So the editorial addresses two recent deadly hotel fires in Kolkata and Ajmer, majorly Kolkata, emphasizing the preventable nature of these tragedies. It says it blames the outdated infrastructure, lack of fire access, congested access routes, and poor compliance with the norms. So he's pointing out the loopholes. Despite recurring incidents like 2011 fire, structural reforms have lacked, especially in cities like Kolkata, which is a metropolis city. The piece dismisses official narratives of unavoidable accidents. Of course, author is saying there would have been some way. Author is standing to the point and taking a stance here that see these were the things to fix ho sakti thi. He's even giving some solutions. He's urging urgent retrofitting, updated materials, better firefighting access, and more safety equipment. So basically, the redevelopment of inner areas, inner areas, and stricter enforcement of safety codes are presented as non-negotiable for preventing future catastrophes. So to work out suggestive tone में जैसा passage end हुआ है हमारी summary भी end हुई है. चलो, that's your first question. Your time now to answer. C is the answer. Which of the following best encapsulates the underlying reason for repeated disasters? Structural obsolescence, outdated structure, and non compliance with the norms. Clearly mentioned in the passage. Next question. For some reason today, question number is not. Okay. Answer is C again. So, what inference can be drawn? What do you understand behind the lines from editorials comparison of Kolkata with other metropolises? So, Kolkata has lagged behind in inner city redevelopment efforts because some of the other metropolises have worked on the improvement in infrastructure. So, we can clearly see from the passage not just the incident but the later part of the passage as it compares the structural thing in inner city areas. It is saying that Kolkata is still lagging behind. Next one. Okay, so answer is C. According to the editorial, the official narrative describing the fires as unavoidable accident is dismissive and misleading. Author is saying it could have been avoided. It's our mistake. We were not up to the mark. As required, we weren't prepared. Next one. Answer to this one is C again. What does the editorial imply, suggest by recommending retractable staircases? So they are the temporary fire escapes that can provide an interim solution, which is a temporary, that means a temporary solution. Next one. Which is not a solution proposed in the passage. Installation of breathing apparatus, ये तो बोला है, that means it is not my answer. Use of AI, this is the answer because this is actually not mentioned. Fire retardant retrofitting mentioned. Reduction in sidewalk height is again something that is mentioned. So B is not mentioned, hence वो हमारा answer था. Okay. Please understand now, this is a very interesting question. The answer to this is C, resulting in several guests dying from. The six-story hotel had only one stairway, and the fire that broke out on the first floor cut off this cut is verb second form. Escape result in several guests dying from. Now, please note down this thing. If anyone dies because of a disease or internal reason, like cancer, heart attack, so he died of cancer, he died of a heart attack. But anything, if a person dies because of anything that happened externally, okay, so he died from asphyxiation, he died from a gunshot wound. So this is from outside, external, and this is the same thing happening. Asphyxiation is happening from outside. So this is from the case of die from, not die of. Remember this, okay? This is asked often in exam. One. For second one, answer is C. So, Ms. Banerjee has characterized such fires as accidents that could not have been prevented by someone. So, ये भी सही है. Despite expert warnings and repeated incidents, now these incidents occurring regularly. Uh, this is something redundancy ka issue. You are saying that things are being repeated. So you can say, or we can say, despite experts' warning and incidents occurring repeatedly, or you can say recurring, reoccurring, repeated occurring बोलने की जरूरत नहीं, recurring regularly. So repeated incidents occurring regularly, redundancy, unnecessary use of words to talk about the same thing, that is of repetition. So correction should be repeated incidents occurring repeatedly. Okay. Okay, you can say recurring or repeated, दोनों में से कुछ भी आप एक चूज कर सकते हो. Third one, answer to this one is C. Of course, we have plural subject. Congested buildings have created, not has, have created a highly combustible environment. Super simple one. Next one. Fire retardant material should be retrofitted. This is in passive good into old buildings, enabling them to automatically extinguish any flame that arises. Subject verb agreement issue, but not with the main verb. Verb that is after our relative pronoun. That any flame singular है तो arises होना चाहिए था. The last question. Answer is no error. Many cities, यहाँ पर नहीं देखना था, यहाँ पर देखना था आपका, pardon me. Many cities continue to operate under outdated codes, failing to integrate what modern fire safety protocols. इसमें था नहीं चेक करने के लिए, तो हम करेंगे नहीं चेक. So no error in this one. Okay. That's it. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm gonna leave now, and I'll see you now on Monday. From Monday, we are gonna start with a new series over here of practice. That's for EPFO exam. So I hope you join that 1:30 session also and take maximum benefit of these free classes. Okay. Take care, all of you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.